started. I am not a fan of props, but at the same time, I know how important it is for some people. Safety is first of all things, right? So some of you last week have said to me that you may have some knee issues. So if that is true, then you can get a towel and you can roll the towel, put it on top, or like put it under on your knees whenever you're on the knees, because the first few things you want to be doing is knee based. And then also, if you have some trouble with spine or maybe a little bit of your neck, then feel free to use a pillow. Any would work. Like this one is like a seat, like a cedar that you can put under here, or you can put underneath your ribs. But if you want to use like a bigger towel, a bigger pillow, that's totally okay. So just know that that's available to you. And then what else? Other than that, other gears are totally fine, but not required. And maybe the last thing is just that know where your body is at. Know that if some things are not working, then you just roll to come up. And then if something hurts, then you can always wait and then see for our next. Okay? Right, I think we'll just get started. So we'll begin with kneeling. So we'll kneel here. And we'll have our hands about shoulder width apart. And then today, actually, we'll start with our fists this way. Yeah, so instead of our wrists, we'll just start with our fists this way. Okay? And then from here, you want to roll towards the back of the mat. Like you're reaching your back of spine all the way to the edge of the mat. And then slowly rolling forward. And it's like you're shoving the body forward. And then rolling back again. Just 3 times like this. If you want to keep your knuckles down, then feel free. If you want to grip it a little bit, so like you're in a fist, then totally okay. If this hurts too much, then come down to your wrist. And then last one like this, come up, sliding forward, and come to center. From here, you turn your knuckles in towards one another. So it's like you're facing one another here. And then you roll back, and you come forward. This is just to mobilize the wrist, because we are always working from our hands, one way or the other. So it's just good to keep your hands open. The last thing, just turn your palms outward, so it's all facing that way. Now this one is probably the most challenging for most of us, so if this feels painful to you, then you can bring your wrist this way, so then the fingers are facing you, okay? But if not, then just stay here, and you come back, and you come forward, and you come back, and this is not something to judge, just notice if you feel like any tension in the elbows. If your elbows are too locked out, then bend it a little bit. And last one like this. Come all the way back to the center. Right, from here, you can stay kneeling and facing this way. I am going to face this way. And we'll start with some shoulder work here. You can kneel, you don't have to. You can sit cross-legged. But from here, you bring your arms to the side by your side. So the elbows are right in front of, right by your side. And then it's like you have 2 platters. And then now you have guests beside you, and you're swerving the plates out. And then you're slowly coming back in. And then slowly serving the plate out, and then coming back in. This is a great move for any of us who feel tightness in their shoulders. And even like this is not anything that you need to do like completely on the mat and put aside time. You can even sit and do your conference call as long as it's like this high. You can do this as well. And then come all the way in. And keep going like this. So if I show you from the side, when I turn around, I'm not sliding back and I'm not sliding forward either. I'm sliding to the side like this, and then I'm coming back to center. Again, I'm opening to the side. Nothing else is moving. It's just my elbows kind of turning out and my fingers pointing back, and then slowly come back in. And this is your last one. Stay here for me and start to pulse a little bit. So when I pulse, remember, I still have a platter on each of my palm. So I'm not going to pulse like this, right? Because then all the insides of the platter would like go away. So you want to keep it really, really still. And pulse, and pulse. And there's a little bit of like, that is fine. If there's like pinching, then you can stop. But if not, then you just stay here. Keep your elbows really close to you and keep the ribs close to your back. And 2 and 1 and stay here. Now slide the arms away from you until your arms are straight. It doesn't have to be completely in a T like this. Going down a little bit is fine. And you slowly bend your elbows and come all the way in. And again, slide out. Take a breath here. Then exhale, sliding in. 2 more like this. Out. You want to try to keep your elbows, it's like it's spiraling and it's facing out. And then you come back in. And our last one, stay here. And then start making circles. Still have the platter on your hand. So don't turn the palms, right? The palms are still facing up and you're just turning this way. And then you reverse the turn. And don't forget to breathe here. And your fingers are reaching long. Like with these platters are like sliding out to all of the guests in the room. And 3, and 2, and 1. From here, we're mobilizing the spine. Bring your arms forward, exactly shoulder width apart, and you roll the chest back. And then you come back to center. And again, you roll the chest back. Really take your time here. We can speed up later. But here, I really want you to find the awareness from the back of your spine, especially the upper back here. And then coming back up. And also check in with your eyes. The gaze actually helps the spine to direct where it's going. So make sure it's right in front of you. It's not looking down, it's not looking up. And also just take this time to check in with where your neck is. I don't want wrinkles in the back of your neck. I want the neck to be straight, but I don't want the neck to be like too arrogant for now. Right? So it's just like straight. And then 2 more like this. You're rolling the chest back. You're not sliding the arms back. You're bringing your chest back. Make sense? And last one like this. You're rolling back and then you're sliding the chest back. Okay, from here, you reach one arm, 1 to the front and 1 to the back. And then from here, keeping your ribs close to your back, turn, and then come back to center. Try again. Open. And then circle and come back in. And again, open, and you circle to the side, meet the other way around, and then you come back to center. Try again, up, and then come back in and close. Let me try again. This time I'll share with you the right and the left. Right arm goes up and left arm goes down. Now you circle so that now the left arm goes up and the right arm goes down, and you come back to center, meet in the middle. Now reverse, so the left arm goes up and the right arm goes down, and you circle around, right arm goes up, left arm goes down, and you come back to center. There's no final one. Open, right up and left down, open apart, now left is up and right is down, come back to center, and now left goes up and right goes down, circle around, right goes up, left goes down, come back to center. Right, from here, come to your kneeling position again. Again, if you need some cushion, then go ahead and take your cushion now. And then you can tuck your toes under or you can keep your ankles down. That's totally up to you. Now straighten one leg up. And then from here, keeping 2 glasses of wine or water on top of your, or coffee, whatever you choose, right here. And you just reach your leg up towards the ceiling. And then you come down. How far do you reach? Only to the level of your hip. And you come down. Again, now see if you can open your arms, your hands a little bit more so that the knuckles are down. Knuckles are really in contact with the mat. And 2 more like this, out and then down. And last one like this, stay here, flex your foot, and then from here, bring the knee in to touch and then come up. And then bring the knee in to touch and come up. This is to mobilize your hip. And then bring your knee in and come up. If this is already a lot for your wrist, then come down to your elbows, but I'm going to stay here. And if you can, stay with me, but if not, feel free to come down and tap and come down. From here, you pull your knee in really close to you, like it's going to your knee, to your nose, and then straighten your leg out into straight again. Careful with your lower back. Your lower back stays long, and it's connecting between your ribs and your hips. They are communicating to keep you in line with one another. And then out again. And then one more time like this. And stay out here. You flex your foot And you start to pulse the heel up towards the sky. Up, 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 up. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay here. You open the leg apart, not too far, just diagonal like this. You keep the toes pointing down, and you go up, up, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come all the way in. You're gonna come down to your child's pose. Go ahead and do so. And we'll come to your other side. So you straighten your left leg, and you come up, and you lower down. Again, when you lift, it's only as high as your hip, and then you come down. And again, up, and then come down. When you reach, I want you to feel like I'm pulling you by the ankle. You're going back, and then come down. 2 more like this, reaching up, and come back in. And last one like this. Stay here, and you pull your knee so it touches right beside your right knee, and then come up again. And then pull your left knee in, and straighten out again. And you pull your left knee in, and out again. 2 more like this, in, and up. And last one like this, in, and then out. Stay here. Now from here, you pulse and pulse. Careful to keep your belly button close to your spine. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now open apart to diagonal only. Careful with your lower back, and keep your hip long, and kick, kick, kick up towards the sky, kick up towards the sky. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come all the way in. Lie down. You can come to your child's pose for now. Great, and when you are ready, come lie down for me. We'll do our bridging to begin, and we'll flow. Right, from here, you start to tuck your pelvis, and you find your lower back on the mat, and then come back and find your pelvis down towards the floor. And again, rolling to come in, and then reaching back out into your neutral position. 1 more time like this. Really important to keep your pelvis always in neutral. Not always, but like when you can, in your standing position, your seated position, you are in your neutral. So you want to find that neutral here. Just do 1 more time, and you find your neutral. Neutral is when you're on your tailbone, kind of. And then from here, you tuck your pelvis and you roll to come up. Take your time to peel the spine off the mat all the way up towards the ceiling. I'm going to go high this time. And then you roll down only to your brow line and stay here. And then from here, you lift up and you come down only to brow line. And then lift up and come down to your brow line. And again, lift up and you come down. Every single time. Whenever you're coming down, you're engaging your hamstrings a little bit more. When you come up, stretch even more. And 3. And 2. And last one. And then come all the way down. All right. 1 more time like this. Tuck your pelvis and roll to come up. And stay up towards the top. But this time you want to tuck your pelvis a little bit more. So you're reaching your knees a little bit away from you. Now you tap your spine all the way down to your back. So you come down like this and you come up. So you go down to your hip line and you come up again. And you go down to your hip line and you open your hip again. And going down and up. Don't forget, whenever you're coming up, it's opening the hip. And it opens the hip even more. And maybe squeeze the glutes a little bit. And 2. And last one. And you come down all the way. Straighten your legs. Or if you want to bend your knees, go ahead and do so. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. This time you press your arms and you curl to come up. Stay here for me. So your tips or shoulder blades are down on the mat. Stay here. One leg comes up. And then the other leg comes up. And you stay here for me and you start to pump. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Keep going if you want to be here. If you want to start modifying, then maybe bend your knees a little bit, but come to your tabletop this time. And your tailbone is close towards the floor, but it's not arching. Your lower back is close to the mat. And keep going. If you want to be right in the middle, then you straighten your legs a little bit, but only to like about 45 degrees. But if you're here for advanced, then you just stay here. Make it harder. 1 more time like this. And exhale. Stay here for me. You hug your knees in. And you lower your head. Rock from side to side. From here, a little hip opening for me. Take your arms down by your side, and then with legs that are together completely, you straighten your legs all the way. And then from here, you open your legs, and you close the legs, and you bend your knees in. Again, straighten your legs out, and open, and close, and bend your knees, and you come all the way in. Again, straighten your legs, open, and close, and you come all the way in. If you're ready for more, then you bring your head up, only to the tips of shoulder blades, just like before. You straighten your legs, you open and close, and come back in. And stay with your head high. And then again, open, and then close. This time, open twice. So you open, close, and then you come back in. If you want to stay with your head down, go ahead and do so. 3 times this time. 3, and 2, and 1, and come all the way in. And 4 times. Up, 2, and 1, and come all the way in. This is your last one. 5 times. Straighten your legs. Open, close, open, and open and close, and hug your knees and rock your lower back. You can just breathe for a little bit. All right, from here, take your hands behind your thigh. If you're ready to rock up right away, then go ahead and rock up. If you're not ready, you can just roll to your side and come up. Okay, I'm gonna glue my heels together to prep for my roll. So start with this. Pull your knees in towards your chest. Pull your knees in towards your chest. Make sure that the work here is coming from engaging the core. And when I say engaging the core, I meant spreading the belly apart. Okay? From here, maybe you curl your head a little bit. Keep that bounce. Keep bouncing. Keep bouncing. From here, it's like someone pulled your ankle down, and with it comes the rest of your body. All right, you're here in your ball position. You can stay here, or you can take your hands right away to your ankle. Up to you. And then from here, you rock back, and you come up. And then again, rock back, and you come up. Keep going. Rock back, and come up. If you're like, nope, I can't do that, you can open your legs a little bit wider and even bring your legs up a little bit more. So you rock back, and you come up. And you rock back, and you come up. So some things to think about here as you keep rolling back and forth. The rolling back and forth here is special because you want to keep your heels is really close to your thigh, and your thigh close to your chest. That's why it looks like a ball. And come up. So that way, whenever you're coming up, the work is stabilizing. Stabilizing the heel and the butt, and also the thigh to the chest. And one more time like this, and you just stay here for me. You straighten the right leg, and then maybe straighten your left leg. Maybe not all the way straight, like me. Just bent a little bit, that's totally fine. And then from here, you bring your legs together, and you roll to come down into your ball position. If you want to lower your head down, go ahead and do so. But if not, I'll have you pull your knee in towards you. Right knee pulls in towards you, and then switch, and left knee pulls in towards you. And again, right knee pulls in towards you, and left knee pulls towards you. Keep going like this. Pull, and pull, and pull, and pull. Every single time. You want to feel that your belly goes wider and wider. And you're feeling like your lower back is supporting. It helps stabilize the movement, so it's not rolling the hips away from one another, right? And then one more time on each side. And then you hug your knees and you lower your head down. All right. Now we'll do 3 types of scissors. So take your hands behind your head, but for this first one, just keep your head down. And then one leg comes up and the other leg comes up. Now you straighten your legs a little bit, and then you bend your knee. And then you straighten your leg again, and you bend your knee. Here, I want you to really glue your legs together. And it's okay if you can't straighten your legs all the way, but really try to do that. Really try to do that not by locking your knees out, but by lengthening the tops of your thighs. And then one more time, stay here right now. Now left leg comes down towards the floor. 45 degrees is good. You can go a little bit lower if you want. And then slowly switch. And slowly switch. If you're ready for more, then you can challenge your neck a little bit so that your belly can work a little bit harder. You can watch a little bit with your hips, Don't watch your feet, just watch your feet, watch your hips. Make sure your hips are really stable here. And 2. And last one. And then bring your legs together and lower your head, but keep your legs together. And keep your legs straight. This time, if you want to lift your head, then you can. If not, you can just stay where you are. Then from here, one leg comes down and you turn towards this leg. And then you switch. And then you switch. And 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 one more time on each side, once on the right and once on the left. You straighten your legs and come down. Okay. You can hug your knees in first if you want. And then the last part of scissors, and this concludes our ab series for now. Take your hands behind your head. Straighten your legs. This is kind of like scissors, but also helicopter. So you roll to come up, or you can stay down. Straighten one leg down, and then you circle to come up, and then come back up. Just like our arms before this. So now left leg goes down, circle around, now right arm is down, and then come up. Okay, let's try it again. Right leg comes down, and then circle so that now left leg is up, and then you bring your left leg up. Now left leg comes down, circle around, and come up. And again, lower, and circle, and come up. Again, lower the left leg, circle, now the right leg is down, and come up. Last one, circle, and up, and last one like this. And then you hug your knees, and you lower your head, and you rock from side to side. I probably said last time like a million times, so I'm sorry if that's the case. All right, from here, take your hands behind your thigh, and then one leg comes down. Take one leg, so the right leg first. So you flex your foot, and you point your foot here. Flexing your foot, and pointing your foot here. This never gets old. If there's nothing else that you can do throughout the day, this is something that you can always do. The reason for it is because the more you can flex and point the calves, what we're really working on is the calves, not really the ankle. But what it does is when you have flexible calves, it helps support the ankle better. And so your toes don't have to work so hard. Especially right now in this time of quarantine, we don't use shoes a lot, which is a great chance, now circle the ankle, which is a great chance for your ankle to breathe and also for your toes not to work so hard. But that means also an opportunity for the calves to work a little bit more. Especially when you circle like this, when you're going on the inside, really circle deep. One of the most healing things you can do for your calves, for your ankle, but also for your lower back. Okay, from here, just keep this leg on for now, but if you want to straighten your leg, go ahead. Point your foot, take your hands down by your side, and you tap down towards the floor, and you come up. And you tap down towards the floor, and come up. One more time like this, and come up. Now I want to address a little bit, a lot of you talk to me about your hips clicking, so this is what I want to do, a little bit like rehab, but also a lot of work on the abs here. So you come down, slide the heel in, and then you drag the leg in. Every single time here, you want to keep your hip really stable. Now stretch the leg all the way out and down again, and you drag your heel in. And you bring the knee in towards your forehead and beyond. You straighten your leg, and you come down again. And you drag your heel in, and you drag your knee. All the time, the hips are super stable. Lift up, and you go down. And 2 more like this. You just drag in, pull, and lift up, and lower down. And one more time, drag in, lifting the knee. It's like you're pulling just like our single leg stretch, and you lift, and you come down. Now reverse the direction. So try to lift up for me first, and you hug your knee in, you lower, and you slide the leg out. And then up, and bend your knee, and drag the foot down towards the floor. 3 more like this. You pull the knee in. So when you pull the knee, I want the heel to be really close to your butt, so that when you straighten your legs, you're really keeping that knee connection right there. And also a little bit stretch on the quads. And last one like this. Up, bend your knee, and you straighten, and you come all the way down. All right. Go over to the other side. So you take your hands behind your thigh, and you take your time here. So you straighten your leg, and you flex, and then you point. And you flex, and then you point. Depending on the day, you may feel that between the toe and also the pinky toe, so the big toe and the pinky toe, they're not in one line. You want to try to like rehab that a little bit. Make sure they're in one line. And then from here, start to circle your ankles. If you feel any like tenderness around the ankle area, this is actually good to do. Also check that you're not using your toes too much, yeah? It's not a toe work, it's an ankle work and a lot of calf work here. So really take your time so that you can feel the calf. If you need to touch it, then go ahead and touch it. All right, from here, we're ready for our drags. Take your hand down towards the floor and you just stay here for me. I want your hips to be really stable. You can even pick up your hand a little bit and check. Your hips should be in one line with one another. From here, you lower the leg down and you go up. And you lower your leg down and you come up. And you lower your leg down and come up. From here, you lower down, you drag the leg in. Get really close to your butt, bring the knee in. Knee is going to your forehead and beyond. And you lift up to straight and you lower down. Again, you drag your leg and you pull the knee in really deep. And then straighten your leg and you come down. And again, 3 more like this. Just drag and lift up and lower. And then drag in and come up. I know it's kind of annoying because you kind of pull the edge of your mat here, but now reverse the direction. So you pull your knee in first, and then you drag your heel down. Tap towards the floor, and you slide it up, and up, and then pull the knee, and drag down, and up, and press, drag the leg down, and up again, and pull the knee in really deep, really bring the heel down, and then slide out. I can allow you to like go slow for this one. Just really get to the edge here. If you want to come on the floor next time, so you can do it yourself, you can just pause here and just do that. All right, straighten your legs. I'm coming out of the mat, if you can see me still. Arms up towards the ceiling, and we'll do our roll-ups here. So if you need some props underneath your ribs, go ahead and do so. You press your arms, you curl your head. You're like a can of sardines. You're being rolled forward. You roll yourself forward, and your toes are pointing forward, and you're reaching all the way to the front of your room, and you roll the spine back. When you roll the spine back, you want to try to really find that connection for each bone down before the next bone touches. Try again, yeah? And then you press your arms, you curl, you slide forward, you curl, and you reach forward here. A little sliding and sliding back is good for your body. So when you roll back this time, you really try to drag your heel and come back, and you come down all the way. If this is something that's really difficult for you and you want to flex your foot and try that, that would be good too. So you curl and come up. And you roll the spine back. So good for like half work. And then roll to come up. And you reach here and just check in with your shoulders for one bit. I don't want the shoulders to be rolling forward. I want the chest to come forward. But the shoulders stay beside your chest and you roll the spine back, roll the spine back, roll the spine back. And last one like this. Maybe this time just try to point your foot for the last one. Roll to come up. Roll to come up. All right, and from here, come up to sit and stay here for me. Open your legs apart. So you're now in a seated position, and you can bend your knee if you want, but open the legs, mat width apart. Okay, from here you bring your arms out into a T position, and you slowly twist towards the right side, and check in for me this time, like you have walls on your foot. You don't want to push one leg more than the other. It has to be completely straight, and you turn. And you come back to center, and you go over to the other side. And then come back to center. And again, slowly twist towards the right side, and then slowly come back to center. Now twist over towards your left side, and then come back to center. 3 more like this. When you twist, really find that lengthen your fingers. That helps you so that you open your shoulders more apart. And then come back to center, and you go over to your left side. And then come back to center. Just check in with your knees. No cha-cha here, okay? From here, you twist towards the right and stay here for me. Now, left arm will dive into your right foot. And then the right arm comes up. Really try to like squeeze your triceps up. And then slowly come back. You're still facing the right side. Come back to center. This is our saw. So you turn over towards your left and come down. And then slowly roll to come up. You're still squeezing the tricep here, and this time you're also squeezing the tricep here. And come back to center. Go over to your right and dive deep. And then come up still on your right side, come back to center. Go over to your left and dive deep. And then slowly uncurl, come to your straight spine, and come back to center. I'm going to straighten my legs here. Twist and then come up still facing your right side, especially your chest and your ribs. Come back to center. Go over to your left side, and you come down. And then you roll to come up, still in a twisted position. Your arms are facing forward. Come back to center. One more time on each side. When you come up, I don't want you to lead with your shoulders. I want you to lead with your chest. Shoulders stay right along the chest. And then twist to your left side. Come down. And then slowly come up and come back to center. Reach your arms forward. Bring your legs together. Point your foot and slowly roll the spine back down. From here, come over to your belly. You lie down. And then when you are here, you can stay down like this. And then today, I'm actually going to skip over so you're now on your elbow. So the elbow is right underneath the shoulders. If this is too much, then maybe bring it out a little bit more. Or bring a pillow underneath your belly. Okay? I want you to turn your neck for a couple of times. So you turn your neck this way. You turn towards the right. And then you drag your chin across your chest. Go over to your left side and come back to center. Go over to the other side. So you turn your neck over to your left. Roll the chest to come back. And then come back to center. Again, up. Roll. And come back to center. And again, roll on your right. And come back to center. Two more like this. You roll and go over to your left. And come back. And to the left. Rolling. And come back to center. One more time on each side. And come back. And then switch and roll. And come back to center. So I'll set you up for our next one, but I do want to talk about why we do the neck rolls afterwards. So straighten your legs and make it really close together, okay? And you drag your elbows in towards you, and that helps you open your chest a little bit wider, okay? And I don't want your chest to be like this. I want it to be pushed up, and I want you to pull the belly in a little bit closer. It's like you're hugging back in. Okay, and then from here, you can either bring your arms in parallel or together. And then from here, your right leg bends in together. Sorry, one time. So it's kick, kick, and then you lower down. And you go over to the other side. You kick, kick, and you go down. And again, you kick, kick, and go down. And you kick, kick, and go down. Keep going. So from here, if you want to close your eyes just for a moment, don't close your eyes for the rest of the time. But for this one, just notice, are you gripping your butt? I don't want you to grip your butt. I want you to push a little bit more with your elbows, keep going. And I want you to reach your legs so long so that the only thing that's possible next is to bend your knee. Yeah, and then kick, kick, and then lower. Where you are using most of your weight is not on the glutes here, although it is stabilizing, but it's on the hamstring. So one more time on each side, right, and then left, and come down and come to your child's pose. While you go on your child's pose, I will tell you why we do the neck rolls. The neck roll looks really, really, really ridiculous, but if you notice, just have people turn their necks from side to side, and most people cannot do that anymore. And the reason for it is because we just keep going forward, and then when you go forward this way, sometimes you just tend to go up, so then you have these wrinkles underneath your neck. So yeah, Joseph Pilates is always ahead of his time, so he knew we don't turn our necks. Now we're all like this, and so that's why he teaches us to like turn. Okay, all that to say, are we ready? You'll kneel right in the middle. So if you have your pillow or you have your towel, then go ahead and do so. Just turn a little bit, sorry. Just come up a little bit more. Now you wanna kneel, and your head is straight up, spine is straight up, and you reach your arms forward here. You can bring your feet, you can start by tucking your toes under, but I do want to work towards your ankle coming down. And the reason for it is because that's where the true strength comes in. And your hamstrings can really do that without the ankles Just like this. Okay, you reach your arms forward. You keep your arms reaching forward, and then you lean back. You reach back, and you come back to center. And then again, you reach back, you lean back, and then slowly come up. When you're rolling back, what are you looking for? You're not looking to set your butt down. What you're looking to do is you're looking to bring your knee all the way to the shoulder in one line, and you reach back, and then you come back to center. Okay, just 2 more like this. You reach back, and you keep pushing your hip forward, and then slowly come up. And last one like this, reaching back, and then slowly come up. All right, this time, I'm gonna switch it around. So you can sit on your heel, and you come up again. This is similar. So what you're doing here, you're sitting, and then you're opening from the hips to push forward, and again, rolling down, and then come up. So when you come down, and when you're coming up, use your quads and a lot of your glutes to come up. 2 more like this. You keep your arms reaching forward. And last one like this, and up, and this time reach your arms back, and then come forward again. And then you come to sit back, and you lift up, and you reach your arms back, and then slowly come forward. 2 more like this. If you want to uncurl your ankle, go ahead, sit towards your heels, and come up, and you reach your arms back. And last one like this, arms forward, sit towards your heels, and come up and stay here for me. And then from here, you reach your arms back. And you start to make circles, slow circles here. Your chest isn't reaching forward. It's reaching up and maybe a little bit diagonal. But you're not reaching like really forward like this, right? And what you're trying to measure here is that your hips are open wide and it's connecting to your ribs. And that helps you circle deeper. Circle deeper. And whenever you're coming in, you squeeze the upper back a little bit more. And 2. And last one, now reverse the direction. Come forward, circle. When you open out to the side, go ahead and open a little bit wider, but make sure to come back in the same pace as you're coming out. And 2. And last one. And all the way down. All right. From here, you come to your side. You'll straighten your leg towards the edge, and then you come into your either the head is up, or you can just lie down. Okay, and from here you can bring your arms right in front of you, and then you slowly lift your leg up, and then you lower down, and you lift your leg up, and you lower down. When you lift your leg up, I want to make sure that the hips are facing forward. It's not rolling back. Okay, so you come up and you lower down. And last one like this, lift up and stay here. Keep your feet pointed and slowly walk. It's like slow walks on the beach, or maybe like when you're diving. I don't know, I haven't dived before. But if you have, then you would know. It looks a little bit like this. Like you have flippers on your foot and you're trying to like slow-mo this move. Really want to go slow. Why? Because what we're doing here, we're trying to keep your spine stable. There's no point to move too fast to the point that your spine isn't stable. If we're walking, we also want to keep our spine stable. So let this be your practice of walking. And then last one like this. Now bring the legs together and stay here. And then from here, lower the bottom leg, lift up and you tap down. And you lift up and you tap down. And just 3 more like this, lift up and tap down. And 2 more and tap down. And last one like this and you tap down. From here, lift both legs, stay here, maybe straighten the bottom arm, and maybe lift the other arm up. And you just stay here for me. Trying to keep your spine really stable. No cheating here. The other arm is like, the bottom arm is not on the floor, it's not hunkering down. It's lifting as well a little bit. And then lower down. Go over to the other side. So this side lying work isn't necessarily like the usual, like let's bust your sides kind of thing. But what I'm doing here is I'm trying to keep a stable side. Take your hands beside you. If you want a little bit more challenge, you can take your hands out like this. So it's right in front of your shoulders, but you can stay here. So the legs are cutting into the mat. to the edge of the mat, and then slowly lift up and you lower down. You will be surprised most of the time you have one side that's a lot tighter than the other. So just notice when that happens. And also, when you're lifting up, this is not like some banana work here. I'm trying to keep the spine really long, and the side especially, the side that's facing up is really long. You're keeping that hip reaching, both forward, but also reaching out, and then come down. And again, and you come down. And if you feel like you're rolling back, that means you're probably going a little bit too fast and also too far. So go a little bit less and also go slower. And one more time, stay here for me, point your foot and slowly walk. Again, here the most important thing is stable spine. So from your lower back, it's stable. From your hip, it's stable. When you're coming up, your chest is also stable. Your shoulders aren't hunkering down. It's free, and that helps you reach your legs a little bit longer. And this freedom of movement is something that we aim towards when we're walking. So you're navigating weight in the front of the body and also in the back of the body. Last one like this. Now bring your legs together. Bottom leg comes down and you go up and you go down. And you go up and you go down. I don't mind you going fast and going high as long as this doesn't move. This has to be really long. And then tap. And two more like this. And you tap down, and last one like this. And then come down. And then from here, bring both legs together. Point the feet. And then reach your bottom arm out. And maybe the top arm also comes up. And see if this side is a little bit harder to balance. Maybe this side is a little easier to balance. And check it with your hip. It's not rolling forward. It's not rolling back. It's staying up here. And your ribs are also facing forward. And then you come down. Right. From here, let's have you come back, kneel on your mat again. And then this time we'll straighten one leg. Okay? And then let's start here first. And then from here, you bring your knee in and you straighten your leg. Just like before. Straighten. Bring your knee in and straighten your leg. And one more time and straighten your leg. And then go over to the other leg. So now both legs are out. So you're in your plank position. The right leg comes in, touches the mat, and straighten out again. And it's like it's touching something really hot, and you come out again. And you pull in and out. So here the speed is really important too. So you pull in slowly, trying to keep that abs and also the hips really stable, and you straighten out. And then pull in and out. And one more time like this, and you pull in and out. Stay here, go over to the other side. So balance your weight, and then bring your knee in, and then slowly out. If you go in the same pace, it's already hard. When you go in this pace, you're going slow in the in and straight out on the out, it might be a little bit more challenging. And on other days when you're on your own and you want to do this again, maybe reverse the speed. And out. And one more time like this, and up, and stay here for me. You can lift your hips for your break. This is all the break that you're getting, unfortunately. And then from here, come forward into your plank position, and then bring your left arm towards the middle, and then turn so that you're facing forward into your plank position. So you're on your side plank, and you just stay here for me. So the right leg is forward, and the left leg is back, and your arms are straight. And your head is just in one line with the rest of your spine. And then come back to center. I'm gonna turn over to the other side. So you turn over to the other side, right arm is right in the middle of the mat. And you come to your plank position. You keep reaching your left arm up. And shoulders are staying by your back. Rib cage and lats are working together. And then come down, and you lift your hips up again. All right, from here, I want you to slowly walk your feet in with straight legs. I don't want slidey like this. I also don't want you to slide your feet. I want you to actually physically lift your leg and in, and in. It gets harder and harder, and you can curl your fingers out. So now you're right in the middle of the mat, and you're hanging loose like this. Just stay here for me. Just rocking from side to side, giving a little lower back reach here. All right, come back to center. Bring your fingers down again towards the floor. And then slowly walk your feet out. Walk your feet out and you're back in your plank position. This time, if your wrist is okay, then you can do this with me. If not, just turn around. So you go over and you turn over to the other side and you're here and you come down. So if you have wrist problems, you just stay here, right? So you just right away meet me here. So your arms, you can do it this way. The fingers are facing in or the fingers are facing up. I'm actually gonna face my fingers out. You point your feet away from you and your legs are really reaching up away from you as well. You reach your arms and then from here, you keep digging the heels and slowly lift up. And you tap down towards the floor and right away come up. And you tap towards the floor and right away come up. This is a little bit like you're bridging. It's just like, with longer limbs. So when you're coming up, I really want you to feel like the hips are stretching to come up. So try again. So you reach to come up and you're trying to push your chest away from the mat and then come down. And two more like this, reaching up. You reach up and then come down. And your last one, reach up like this, stay and stay and stay. Maybe right leg comes up and down. Maybe left leg comes up and down. One more time on each side. Up and down. And left leg comes up and lower down and lower all the way down. Flex your foot and reach forward. Take a few breaths here. Let your heart rate come down. And then from here, we'll just finish with our standing mark. So stand right in the middle of your mat. I'm gonna roll back a little bit. You don't need to see my face, I guess. And then from here, feet are wide, about feet width apart. And then you squat. And then you come all the way up. And you squat again. And you slowly come up. Keep going like that. And squat. And slowly come up. So when you squat, I want you to actually move your butt back a little more. So you're in this squat back position like you're sitting on a chair. And you come back up. And then one more time like this. Stay here for me. And you start to pulse. So check in with your tailbone here. I want your tailbone to curl in a little bit. So not arch like this, but also not curled like this. So just right in the middle. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. And slowly straighten your legs all the way up. From here, open the legs apart. So about hip width apart. Take your hands by your side and slowly squat into. Squat down and then slowly come up. And you squat down again. And slowly come up. 3 more like this. When you go down here, you're sitting on a chair. When you're coming up, you're pushing out of the springs, as if you have springs on your heels and also on your butt. Again, down and slowly up. And last one like this, you go down and stay here. Lift one heel and go down. And lift the other heel and go down. One more time on each side. And the other one. And slowly come up. From here, reach your legs a little bit wider than your hips, and you slowly reach your arms up towards the ceiling. And then as you're lowering down, I'm actually gonna go on my side so you can see me. I want you to try to keep your legs straight and your spine also straight. So you're being pushed in 2 directions. One side is pulling you forward and the other side is pulling you up towards the ceiling. And then from here, you roll and let go. And then from here, it's like you're being pulled up here and you're trying to land your head on the tabletop, like on a countertop. You're reaching so that the thighs and the hamstrings especially are reaching back. You reach your arms forward like this and you come down. You round your back a little more. And this is your last one. You reach up, reaching, 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 and you come down and just let go here. And then from here, bring your legs back into about parallel. So it's right in between your hip. And then from here, you roll to come up. When you roll to come up, try to keep your knees straight. Not by locking out your knees, but also by, more than anything else, connecting with your upper thigh here. When you're coming up, I want you to bring awareness to your lower back. There are, if I'm not mistaken, 17 bones here, not including the neck. So try to really roll bone by bone and stack them one on top of the other, and slowly opening at your hips, opening at your ribs, opening at your chest, and come up. All right. So that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please share it with others. And we also have this every Sunday at 4. And also we have things on Instagram. So if you're interested in that, go check out our page. Thank you so much. Goodbye.